All right, today we're going to give you a tour of STOL Creek Aviation here in Whitewater, Kansas.
The goal with starting STOL Creek was really essentially to somewhat recreate my childhood of growing up on the farm, working with my dad, being around him a lot. So starting that, you know, working out of home, out of a hangar home, and being around for the family, being able to train my kids, be around them, influence them in their childhood a lot more was ultimately kind of the goal and the vision for why it started that way. And it's, you know, farming, growing up with my dad, he taught me how to work. He taught me a lot of important life skills, ethics, and it was a good childhood, and just trying to recreate that a little bit. Hannah, my wife, is very on board with it as well, and she is homeschooling, and so the help that she gets from me being there is very helpful for her in her homemaking and taking care of the children as well. Welcome to STOL Creek Aviation. Thank you for coming, Brian. Let's go for a tour. All right, in the hangar today we have a Kit Fox Vixen that the owner was ready for a sale, and I've been doing some maintenance for him, so getting a fresh condition inspection and then advertising it for the owner. See if we can find a new happy owner for it. And that's ongoing right now, looking for the potential right owner for it to go home. And then there's another condition inspection, a Quicksilver GT500 that's a local guy. So it's got some miscellaneous maintenance items, and then the condition inspection that I'm just getting wrapped up on. And then behind that is a 1992 Rans S7. And this was sitting neglected in a hangar for a few years, so it came to me in a trailer, and kind of putting it all back together, getting the engine back in airworthy condition, and getting it ready to fly again.
Michael, give us a quick brief description of what you do here at STOL Creek Aviation on a daily basis and all the different services you offer.
Okay, started out my career in general aviation, working at a FBO, and then found a love for experimental aircraft, working at Backcountry Super Cubs, working on experimental builds there. And started out with this place, basically seeing a hole in Rotax service right in this area of the country, so decided to kind of kick it off as a Rotax repair center. So currently offering full line service, 2-stroke overhauls and maintenance, and 4-stroke service as well. And then part of that is jumping on with Edge Performance, and now offering full line 9/12 service and performance upgrades, doing upgrades to existing installs, and then full-blown turnkey motors as well.
So you're an A&P, and you also do engine work and engine modifications.
Yep, A&P, IAA, get a lot of condition inspections in here. Prefer to stick experimental, light sport, ultralight, but a few certified birds come through once in a while. But yeah, that's a big part of the shop, as well as doing a lot of actual airplane maintenance work, some fabric repair here and there.
Since you specialize in the Rotax, let's talk a minute about why the Rotax is so popular and why you enjoy working on them so much.
Well, the Rotax engine has been a staple for the light sport type aircraft, just because of its size and weight and what it can put out horsepower wise. And then just going with the Edge performance upgrades on it for adding bigger cylinders for bigger displacement or turbo. The fuel injection makes it run so much smoother, gives it some more economy. It's just been a very popular option, and there's a lot of people that it fits what they're doing with their airplane very well. It's also an engine that a lot of people, they're very familiar, if they've been in aviation, with the Lycoming Continental type engines, and getting people shifted over to this is a little different animal, and helping them out with that is a good line of work.
Hey, before we get too deep into this, let me thank our sponsors that make all of this possible. Great companies like Airworx, ACME AERO, Airtech Coatings, Kitplane Parts, STOL Creek Aviation, the Land Sport Aviation Showcase, Edge Performance. So take a moment after this video to say hello to all of them, and remember to check out the affiliate links in the description below. And remember, just build it. Let's get back to it. Check out our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and search EAC Aviation Podcast on YouTube. So how extensive of engine work do you do here at STOL Aviation, Michael?
Okay, so on this Rotax, this particular engine just got in, and it is this was a customer supplied engine that he wanted upgraded to our full STI version, which is fuel injection, turboed, and 155 horsepower. We generally turn those motors out with a brand new crate engine from the start. This one was customer supplied. He only has about 180 hours on it, and has the heavy duty case, was made a good donor for what he wanted to do. A lot of times we're getting guys in that they're either ready to do a completely new engine install in their aircraft, or they're building a new one, and we are able to supply them with a brand new turnkey motor. But when we get these in, it's a complete teardown. When it's a brand new crate engine, typically there's not anything wrong with them. We're speccing them out to just make sure that things are in good shape going back together. But we will go full-blown teardown. We're welding crankshaft to strengthen it so that you don't have a journal slip. We're machining piston oil squirters into the case for added piston cooling. We are changing clutch tensions in the gearbox, going and putting in a CP Carrillo forged piston with a lower compression ratio. We keep the same ULS cylinders, but do a lower compression piston for the turbo application, and completely reassemble and test run with the turbo and fuel injection on there.
So Edge Performance is fairly new to the industry here. What made you decide to go with them as becoming a dealer for them?
So Thomas Holken he's a very brilliant guy, and he's been working on Rotax stuff for a number of years now, and has had very good acceptance in getting stuff out there in Europe. And now it's timely now that we're kind of building popularity here in the United States, and being a jump on with them as U.S. Representative dealer and service for them really fit into what I do here at the shop, and I really enjoy turning wrenches on these motors, and it's been a really good fit, and Thomas puts out a tremendous product, so I really enjoy just the customer satisfaction with what they get in the end as well. This customer going with the STI kit, I don't have the product right now to show you a finished one, but this is the engine that's going to be shipping out to him in a crate when I get finished with it.
And just name off a few of the upgrades. You going from a stock to the Edge Performance?
So basically, the 912 ULS will get piston oil squirters in the case. It will get a welded crankshaft, the new pistons, the turbo, the Edge Performance turbo and exhaust system, and the fuel injection.
Okay.
And that takes it. Our general out the door with normal boost application is 155 horsepower, and there's certain applications where we're increasing boost, getting to the 165 range.
Okay. And about how many Edge Performance products have you either sold or installed so far?
So in the last year that I've been on with them, I've done an AeroTrek big bore fuel injection install, done a auto gyro fuel injection turbo install, done a bunch of just big bore installs to carburetor engines. It's been a lot of on aircraft applications, and this is for what I'm building into now, is getting to actually do the full engine builds here in the shop, is just getting rolling.
All right, so walking through your shop, Michael, here I see something a bit custom looking. It looks like it's getting very far along. You got it painted already, so give us a quick tour of what you're building here.
This is my personal airplane that is not getting near enough work on it just because I've been so busy with customer stuff lately, but I plan to get this flying and use it as a fuel injection showpiece to a certain extent. Put the fuel injected Rotax in it and just have that for customers to experience and to be able to see and fly behind. This is a started life as a Rans S7, and it had a previous owner had an accident in it. I bought it as a wreck basically, and have been rebuilding it. It worked out well because I had so many changes to do. Built my own Cub style Cabane V gear, widened the nose out a little bit, changed boot cowl and stuff design a little bit for a different cowling and radiator setup. Got rid of the left side door so that I can have my throttle up higher, Cub style. Inside here I'll have a side mounted flap lever that I don't have to reach under the seat for. And the wings I have sitting right here, they have not got paint yet, but they are stretched. I added a foot of wing, and then it'll have a 1 foot fiberglass wing tip. So I added a little bit of area there. With the leading edge cuff and VGs, I expect to get pretty good lift out of it, and be fun airplane to go fly when I get it finished.
So you do a little bit of everything, welding, airframe work, aircraft building, a little bit of everything.
I got a pretty good rounded experience working at the Super Cub factory, between welding chromoly steel to fabric covering to fiberglass work. A lot of well-rounded, kind of all aspects of building part of it. So I enjoy all of it, and so I get a lot of wrench turning and then a lot of fabricating as well.
All right, Michael, thank you very much for the tour of your shop and your actually hangar home here, or barn dominium. Where can people get in touch with you or find you online to learn more about your business and what you do here?
You can find me at stolcreek.com, and also on Facebook at Stol Creek. And I've got contact info there. You're also welcome. I don't have coordinates for the runway, but I've got 1,600 feet of grass here, and drop-ins are very welcome.
I'll have to come back in when I get my plane flying someday and stop in and see you guys again. Those. So obviously you love airplanes.
Yep.
What do you like about aviation? What do you like about airplanes? Tell me all about it.
One thing I don't like about airplanes is when we're flying in wind, I get sick a lot.
Uh-oh.
When we're not flying in wind, it's a blast.
Yeah, you like smooth air?
Yeah. Yep, I've flown a plane before.
Do you-
With my dad in here.
Of course. Do you like working on airplanes?
Yeah. I like pulling out engines, working on the carburetors.
You gonna be a pilot when you get older?
Probably.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the interview.
Yep.
So here's the hay pile. Who do we have on the hay pile?
Oldest is Lila, Titan, Emery, Avion, Sage, Juju, Armane.
Hi.
Awesome. Remember to like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.